So there's some reporting out that day 2 of the Trump administration, he's not going to be able to do the mass deportations that he wants, not without Congress. That day 2, he is going to instead be sending ICE agents in to do raids on sanctuary cities, starting with Chicago. And I'm not surprised that they're starting with Chicago. Chicago's always been the boogeyman to the conservatives about whenever they need a city to point out how bad liberal agendas is and how bad a blue city is, it's always Chicago. When it comes to gun laws, it's always, well, look at how bad things are in Chicago, even though the data and the facts don't support that. And other creators on TikTok and other places have done a better job of explaining that data than I can. But that's the thing. When it comes to all of it, Chicago's always the area they blame, but it's never actually Chicago that's the problem. Like with the gun laws, the problem with Chicago is that they come in from other states where it's easy to obtain, but they like to point at Chicago and blame. Now, as far as these ICE raids, I think what you're going to see early on is these raids are going to come in. They're going to happen, and there's going to be some lawsuits. There's going to be some pushback from state and local authorities. And ultimately, I think what Donald Trump and his administration are trying to do is to get the media footage that they want, the pictures of ICE agents with immigrants in handcuffs and hauling out dozens of people at a time, so they can blare that all over social media and all over the news for months, saying how they're cracking down on immigration. Ultimately, I don't think the mass deportations are going to actually happen. I think you're going to see a couple things like this where they do some raids, and otherwise they're going to do more like going after the people who have already been given final orders of deportation and just haven't been put on a plane yet. Those are the people that are going to go. Beyond that, I don't think they're going to get much done. I don't see Congress approving a lot of money. When they're talking about being fiscally responsible and trying to not spend money, I just don't see them backing a plan that would cost a whole ton of money to do these mass deportations, not to mention how much money it would lose for the U.S. economy and tax revenue, because even if they have forged paperwork, or they still pay taxes into the system. And a lot of people realize that. There's only a select few that don't. So we will see what these raids bring. But I think this is going to be one of the few pushes on immigration that you are going to see out of the Trump administration, because I just don't think it's getting through Congress.